Okay, so here we are. Here's the worksheet. It isn't done yet. I'm going to do it now with you. Go through each one. So again, stop, start, whatever you need to do. So now you're going to see my hands in there. Okay. All right, so we're order of operations. So if you remember from the video, I look for parentheses first, or sometimes we call them grouping symbols. It's the same thing as parentheses. So here, I don't have any parentheses, but I do have a square root, and that square root symbol is also a grouping symbol. So anything inside that square root, I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna have 36, minus 4 plus the square root of 25 is 5. Now that I have only subtraction and addition, I go in order from left to right. I do not add and subtract, or I don't add first before I subtract. I just go left to right. So 36 minus 4 is 32. 32 plus 5 is 37. So there's my answer. All right, over here I have a grouping symbol, so I'm going to do that first. It's also the same as multiplication. When I have a number written next to another number that's in parentheses, the problem's telling us to multiply. But anyway, let's deal with the grouping symbol. So everything inside of there is finished. So now I'm going to do 7 times 6 is 42, minus 40 divided by 5. I need to do my division next before I ever subtract. So 42 minus, divide this, I get 8. My final answer is 42 minus 8 is 34, right? Yeah, 34. Okay, over here I have a square root. I'm going to take care of that grouping symbol. So I'm going to have a 6 in here. I'm also going to take care of this grouping symbol. 15 minus 9 is 6. I have a 4 over here, so this parenthesis is now indicating multiplication. 15 minus 9 is 6, and it's going to be multiplied by 4. So a lot of you might think I'm supposed to multiply that first. No, I'm supposed to go back to the beginning and multiply and divide left to right. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. So for those of you who got a fraction, go back and watch that again. Make sure it makes sense. I do the square root of the 36. I take care of these grouping symbols. 15 minus 9 is 6. And now I have division and multiplication that I go in order left to right. Okay, number 4, grouping symbol up here. 12 minus 5 gives me 7 times a 6 on top. 7 minus a 4 on the bottom. Now, a fraction is also a type of grouping symbol. I have a top and I have a bottom. So I'm going to take care of those separately before I put this all together. So 7 times 6 on the top is 42. 7 minus 4 on the bottom is 3. I would not leave an answer as a fraction if I don't have to. Fractions are the same as division. So 42 divided by 3 is 14. There's my answer. Oh, goodness gracious. There's the cat. Let me let him out. All right, number 5. So I do have grouping symbols, so I'm going to take care of them first. I go inside as much as I can first, so the innermost thing is here. So 2 to the 4th divided by bracket. A bracket and a parenthesis are the same type of thing. So we got 5 squared minus, put them together, 20. Brackets again, let's go inside and take care of this. Now I'm going to have 2 to the 4th divided by 5 squared is 25 minus 20. Oh shoot, I made this an 8, didn't I? Whoops, sorry. I meant to make that an 8. So this is 21, this is 21. Okay, so now I have 2 to the 4th divided by grouping symbol 4. Come over here, I didn't even deal with the exponent yet. 2 to the 4th is not 8. 2 to the 4th means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So that's 16. And my final answer is 4. All right, over here, grouping symbols. So I'm going to have a 6 times 4 plus 5. 24 plus 5. I do the multiplication first. I have 29. Over here, group 5 times 12. And then absolute value. So now I have minus. What's the absolute value of negative 12? Well, the absolute value bars mean that anything on the inside, I'm being asked how far away from 0 is that number. So do you remember absolute value? Absolute value means whatever's inside the absolute value bars. Once you've got it condensed to one number, I make that number positive. So the absolute value of negative 12 is 12. So this becomes 12, and it's still subtracted. The minus sign doesn't change, but the negative 12 does change, and it becomes 12. Now I multiply. 5 times 12 is 60, minus the 12, and now I do my subtraction. I have 48, final answer. All right, number 8, grouping symbols. So 8 minus 5 is 3, that's squared, times 14 minus 8, I'll do that one too, that's 6. Exponents next, 25 times 6, 150. All right, over here, absolute value of 7 is not negative 7, that would be wrong. The absolute value of 7 is 7. Plus we have an 18, and remember this is a fraction, so on the bottom I'm going to group up what I can. This means divide, so I wouldn't go like 7 plus 18 and then divide by 9. This is division, that has to come before any addition, so I have 7 plus 2 gives me 9. Okay, over here I've got a fraction, so I'm going to go do my parentheses first. I'm going to have 80 divided by 4 on top, 35 divided by 7 on the bottom. 80 divided by 4 is 20, 35 divided by 7 is 5, 20 over 5 is 4. And then the grouping symbols, I did these ahead of time. You can play around with it, but this works for the first one. Group this up, so you have to do it first and get a 17 times 3, giving me 51. And here I needed 2 sets, one around this to make 30, one around this to make 27. 30 minus 27 was 3. Okay, I hope this felt like a review to you. I hope you felt comfortable with it. And I'll see you tomorrow for a little mini quiz on these.